to Cave Crew Radio
at cavecrewradio.com. Hot topics, pop culture, weird news, and all the latest from around the globe.
Mother, this is freaking me out.
I want to speak to the manager.
Oh dear, this won't end well.
Things are getting really weird in here.
Attention, the bar is now open. Welcome, cave dwellers. You have entered the wonderful world of weird.
You're listening to Choo Choo Stu, The Big B, and DK, only on Cave Crew Radio.
Cave Crew Radio, ladies and gentlemen. Big B and I were just talking about the NHL trade deadline on the pre-show. We're currently trying to wake up Choo Choo Stu. As we're chatting here, we can give another call here.
I only wish we had the Stu cam. Last time he was asleep, we had the cam on him. And throughout the show, we tried to wake him up, and we'd see him move every now and then and think he would wake up. He woke up, I think, in the last 5 minutes of the show. But it was a fun night to keep on the Stu cam. But tonight, we don't have that.
No, but no excuse because he's on vacation. I think he worked a good 5 days.
He shared pictures from the allotment, so he may be tuckered out. I
was looking forward to that.
Being in the allotment, cleaning it up, and getting the Cave Crew Radio section of the allotment prepared.
Yeah, and another thing we'll talk about as the show goes on air is Prince Philip passed. I don't know if they're mourning over there, like he is. Maybe they're in a internet blackout right now.
It's a good question. I don't know.
We need Stu to answer these questions.
We also have a special mini celebration tonight.
Yes, that'll come as we go on air as well. So anyway, I wanted to, before we go on air, because there's so much to talk about once we do get on air, and so many things we got to get to. But I was telling you that I have booked or attempted to book my vaccination online, and now they'll reach out to me and, let me know when it's available, yada, yada, yada. But the point I wanted to make to you is we're back in a lockdown again here in Ontario, in Canada. Mm-hmm. Stay-at-home order. Of course, manufacturing is going. I'm still working, being in the energy business, food, all that stuff. Although the weird thing is they now in the big box stores literally have anything that is not essential taped off.
And that I think Amanda posted a video of like maybe Walmart or whatever it was, and all these sections where you couldn't buy clothes, you couldn't buy whatever, they was going down those aisles. You couldn't buy shoes, stuff like that. That doesn't make any sense to me. What does that have? Like, if you bought a pair of shoes, does COVID know, and you're going to go get COVID now?
Here's the argument. The argument was the whole time, and I got to get to this vaccine, with you. But the argument the whole time is that retail has been shut down, non-essential retail, small business, mom and pop shops, all this and the other thing, right? So they're saying, why is Walmart and Costco and these other big stores allowed to stay open when we can't. So what they did this time is they said, yeah, they can stay open because they sell, food and medicine and, cleaning supplies, but everything else has to be blocked off. I guess in an attempt to make it fair to the small businesses, which are closed again.
Stupid.
Like third or fourth time.
It's the dumbest. And obviously, proving that lockdowns don't work, you're in lockdown for the fourth time. If it worked the first time, should have been the only time.
So I want to get into the vaccine with you.
Sure.
So, they're going through the ages, and we're so far behind you and other parts of the world. Like good old Justin didn't secure the vaccines early enough. So anyway, though, they've identified hotspots like Toronto and Peel and Ottawa, and of course Windsor, where I am, where essential workers and people of all ages can get vaccines. But here's the catch: there's like 8 postal codes, which is like your zip code.
Yep.
Mine's not in it. No one in my neighborhood is getting sick, apparently.
Okay. So you
Which
can't
I
get a
guess is a
vaccination?
good thing. But because I'm not in the right postal code, I'm in the right city. I just want to get the damn jab. I can't get it because my postal code is not lined up.
Oh, my goodness.
So someone who may not even be working
Right.
is eligible for a jab because they're in the right postal code. But I've been working since this whole thing fucking started.
Right.
I think I'm eligible as an essential worker to get a jab.
I would assume. I mean, you are considered essential, so I would assume so.
It ain't working.
It's amazing. See, what you need is a leader who's embroiled in controversy, like our fucking asshole Governor Cuomo. The more things that pop up and the more allegations go against him, the more he opens things up. Right now, we're at 16 and above. Anybody in New York State, 16 and above can go get a vaccine. He's opened all the public stadiums are at 20% capacity now. We're opening up more and more simply because more and more allegations are piling up against him. So he's trying to deflect. Was it 2 weeks ago? He legalized recreational weed.
Yeah, marijuana.
Right. Yeah. And that day, yet another accuser came out against him. So, he's doing all of this to deflect. We benefit from it because he's a fucking jerk off and got himself into this. So he's, trying to deflect and, divert the media's attention. And we're opening up. So, hey, good for us.
Now, how are the cases over there? Like,
not bad. Not bad at all.
Okay. Because in Michigan, it's off the rocker right now. Which is surprising at how many vaccines they've administered.
So let's examine this real quick. Over by you, you've got all these hot spots popping up, and yet you're in yet another lockdown. In Michigan, cases are running rampant, and they're in continuous lockdown. We're opening up, and cases are low. Texas and Florida have opened up; their cases are very low. You're seeing a trend here. You stay locked down. You stay inside. You're not getting fresh air. You may be locked down with somebody that has it and is now spraying it to everybody in the lockdown with them. So everybody's getting it. And you're not getting out. Your immune system is not working. You need to be outside. You need to get air. You need to get sunlight. We came a long way when this thing first started last March. Nobody knew what was going on. Nobody knew anything about it. Lockdown made sense. We don't know what the fuck. We know people die from it. Oh shit, lockdown. We're a year into this now, and we know, everybody's getting a shot. At least here in the U.S., everybody's getting a vaccination. We know a hell of a lot more about it. Things are opening up, and places where they're open, the cases are extremely low. States that are in full lockdown still, like Michigan, because fucking Whitmer loves lockdowns, their cases are running rampant. there's a trend. There's an obvious trend here. You don't need to be
Right.
fucking Fauci to see this trend.
No, I people are getting weary of it too, right? Like, I agree. You got to be careful when you're in close contact, but I don't know. I don't know anymore. I just want to get jabbed, and then I'm safe, and we can all be free, right?
Yeah.
They say by July we're going to have a better summer than we had last year. It still won't be normal, but I don't know.
I don't know. All I know is I'm fully vaccinated now. I don't give a fuck. I'm going anywhere I want. I'm fully vaccinated. My wife will soon be vaccinated. My father was just vaccinated this past Tuesday.
There's Amanda. I do have something to bring up about Amanda too once we go live. And anyone of our friends out there on Facebook, they can messenger call Choo Choo Stu. Please spam him. He's supposed to be here, but because he's starving himself, he's exhausted, and he goes to bed at 8:00 every night. His time, not our time. Anyway, let's get this started, Big B.
Can't wait.
We're gonna, so many things we gotta talk about tonight, with or without Choo Choo Stu. Yes, that's something we want to announce, Amanda. We'll put that up on screen very shortly.
Ooh.
Just bear with us.
I did not know that.
Yes, we've got a lot to talk about. Don't worry. All right, radio turned on.
Okay, stop with the chat. It's time to get this train wreck started.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Things are starting to get really weird in here. You're listening to DK, the Big B, and Choo Choo Stu.
Cave Crew Radio. CaveCrewRadio.com.
There was a time when the world turned their back on men. Men with a dream and savage yearning within them. Legions compelled by passion that knows no boundary. A consuming flame that defies plausible explanation. Battling the forces of domestication, they find the courage to band together to experience the awesome power of being men.
I say this with all due respect.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Tonight's broadcast of the Masculine Feminist has been commandeered by the secret society No Ma'am.
Gotta go to a place like a shot and a beer, steak, man. Saying we can stop, get pancakes, and then we'll get laid, all right?
Why do you drink ice cold beer on a hot day?
Mr. Clevin, what else are you gonna do with it?
To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
The Yankees are champions of baseball! It's a power play goal!
This is Cave Crew Radio.
Cave Crew Radio is the name of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Lots of people coming and joining us in there in the chat. Big B, we'll get to them shortly. You're listening to Cave Crew Radio live on cavecrewradio.com, live on YouTube and Facebook, available on demand, wherever podcasts are found. Anybody that has a way of connecting with Choo Choo Stu He is on vacation, and he is scheduled to be here. We have called him a few times, and he's not answering. He's malnourished on his latest diet, and he refuses to eat things that are actually good for him, like cheese and meat and bread. And
he's on a strict diet of kale and mushrooms.
These lentils and tofu and
the Linda McCartney sausages.
Anyway, let's bring Big B in, then I'll get you guys in the chat in here too. Don't get restless. Despite if he's sleeping or not, we've got lots to get to. We've got birthday messages. We've got celebrations. We've got questions. We've got all kinds of things going on. And so don't you fret if Choo Choo Stu is not here. But here with me, 100% guaranteed, always here, even if he gets a jab and has a fever of 110, he still comes on the show and does his duty from Queens, New York, the Duke of Urinstencelli, knighted by the Queen herself, the President-elect of the United States, and always the epicenter of something. And I'm telling you something, folks, if he does not pick the epicenter that I have chosen tonight, I will call him out on it personally. Big B in Queens, New York.
I'm very curious about what this epicenter is. I don't know what you have in mind. I know what I have in mind, but it's not.
Let's hear what it
I'm
is.
absolutely positive it's not what you're thinking.
Well, let me hear what your epicenter is. It's your time. It's your moment.
So my epicenter I was going to be was the epicenter of all things the start of barbecue season, because I was doing some smoking over on Sunday for Easter. Did pork crown roast. I've already done some cheese sausages. Some
cheese sausages. I've never had that before.
They're wonderful. Some bratwurst, some chicken wings. I got some pork loin going in tomorrow. So I'm the epicenter of all things barbecue. The start of barbecue and smoking season.
Yes, it is. I'm fighting the weather right now. It's raining, and I have maybe till 2-3 o'clock tomorrow. I got to clean the yard up. I've got the new barbecue that I showed you a picture of. Already got the smoker. I've ordered this really cool. It's supposed to be like a camping thing, but it's going to work well on my deck because the wife is yelling at me. I bought new shish kebab skewers, the flat ones, the really good ones.
Yep, I have those.
Got cast iron pans just for the barbecue. I'm right into it too. So I don't have a picture of it, but I got this station. So it's going to be like a cutting board, countertop with storage areas for all my barbecue tools and toys.
There you go.
So the selling point on that was, look, every time I open the door to go into the kitchen and use all the things we have there, I'm letting the central air outside. I'm allowing bugs to enter. I'm taking my eye off the prize, which is what's on the barbecue. And she went for it. So I'm waiting for that to arrive. I'm so excited.
But she didn't put up a fight because you got all this. Another piece of exercise equipment is on its way. Your home gym is going to be expanded upon. Something is coming.
Something is. You're so right. This is why, as this is a man cave thing, but we understand our women. We know it's a give and take. It's a tug of war. We always lose. But we still make small gains along the way.
Little ones.
Yes. but they're big to me. This is exciting. I may, and maybe you'll do it with me. Maybe we'll do a live Facebook, YouTube, where we're, you're cooking a type of pork, and I have a type of pork, and we'll, or chicken wings or something, and you'll give your recipe, I'll give mine.
We absolutely could do that. We could hook it up through Be Live and get on there. We could do a little mini CCR smoking show.
Amanda's now calling for my wife to get a treadmill. There's the bicycle, the rowing machine, and the universal gym. And I don't have that big a house. This was all placed in the toy room. Oh, and there's a heavy bag and loose weights as well. So, yeah, we're running out of room. The exercise equipment is done.
I can't wait. I can't wait to hear what's coming next. But I now have a question for you.
Yes.
Because you were going to call me out on a specific epicenter. I have no idea what it could possibly be.
It only came up tonight or today. Okay. Well, tonight when I got home, I saw it.
Okay.
And speaking of wives, it stems from your wife and not trying to stalk or there you go. There's the first one of the night. The Pork Brothers.
There you go. I'm all in.
We'll make a note of that. And now she's saying, not for my wife, for myself.
She's saying you could use a little bit. Hey, get on the treadmill and walk a little bit.
I have an epicenter of Amanda as well to bring up in a minute, but I got to get to this. So I could swear it's been 2 years. But maybe it's less than 2 years. Time flies when you're locked down in a pandemic. But your wife posted something, and you have been talking about this or threatening this for years upon years upon years. I can swear about moving to Lexington, Kentucky.
Yes, I can't wait.
Is it happening?
Not at this moment in time. No. There's things we have to work out. So, kids schooling and all that. My son just started high school, so we're probably going to wait until he's done with high school. And then my little one will still be in grammar school, so we could transfer him out and go to Lexington then. So probably not within the next 3 years.
He's got the UK University of Kentucky hat on, ladies and gentlemen. They vacationed there, I guess, a few years ago because
2019, the year before.
We haven't been able to vacation for some time.
Right.
But I'm like excited about this because we would like to come and visit to New York, and we must get there before you leave. But Kentucky would be a great spot to come in the summer, rent a cabin, close enough to drive in and visit you and the family. And
absolutely. And by the way, the picture that my wife changed her cover photo on Facebook for those of you wondering, and it's a picture that we took the day after we landed. The very first thing we did on our first full day in Kentucky was go to the Woodford Reserve Distillery. And that picture that you saw with all the greens and the trees and all that was on the road on the way to Woodford Reserve. So we were very excited. Well, I was very excited, not we. I was very excited.
Just thought that when you make something a cover, it's not something you do lightly for most people. It's a life event, and I thought maybe, just maybe, we're like, fuck Cuomo, fuck this city. We can always come back and visit at Christmas time and see the pretty lights. We're on our way to Kentucky. I looked at it and I thought, wow, maybe something is happening in this never-ending story.
Not yet. There's a lot of things, like I said, school. Like my son just started high school. There's employment that has to be worked out. And then, of course, you got to, we would go buy a house there. So you got to, start looking at houses and everything. So it's a long and involved process, which we had started in 2019.
I hope we're still on the air. We need to commit to you, ladies and gentlemen, that one day we will broadcast from Lexington or another part of Kentucky.
I as long as we're still on the air, I can make that guarantee because we are going. Not today, not tomorrow, but we are going.
Yeah, it hasn't gone away. This is why I'm thinking.
No, it hasn't gone. No, we discuss it all the time. We started looking at houses back in 2019, getting a feel for what's out there, getting a feel for the prices, looking at the area, making sure, safe neighborhoods and good school districts and all that stuff. So we have a very good feeling for Lexington. And of course, obviously, when we were there, that was the ultimate decision. Let's go there and make sure we like it. Because if we went there, everything could look good on paper. We go there and all right, this place.
Right, you got to taste the meat before you marry the pudding type.
Right.
Thing, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So we went there and it was just a wonderful place. And, obviously with that picture, and that picture encompasses everything that we saw in Lexington. Green grass everywhere. There was horse farms everywhere. And of course, the Woodford Reserve Distillery.
Right.
Amongst other
You'll
distilleries.
have booze. You'll have the finest of whiskey. Will you get a pony?
It depends on how much land we have.
Okay. I was just wondering if you're going to have like one of those wood fences. And
I love those horse fences. That was one of the first things I realized, that no matter where you went, as long as you were outside of the city, obviously, there was just those wood horse fences everywhere you went. It was wonderful.
Just so calming, so peaceful. And don't get me wrong. Look, I've got a dream that I'm going to end up in Arizona or Florida, and I'm going to be playing pickleball, competitive pickleball, and doing my golden years where I'll never see snow again. Now, obviously, I'm not there because I can't be there yet, but it's the time is coming. And I do plan to spend at least 6 months of my residence in your fine country.
Same with us. The time is coming where we will get the hell out of New York City. I cannot fucking wait.
But will you join me in the quest to competitive pickleball?
I don't know what that is, but sure, why not?
You've got to Google pickleball. It's like ping pong and tennis for like seniors, and I that's part of my motivation of staying fit into my golden years, and I want to smash it down some dude's false teeth, and I want to win the National Open of pickleball.
DK is going to shove it in some 80-year-old's face.
My hockey days are over, but as soon as I'm eligible to play pickleball, you're going to see me out on that pickleball court. I guarantee it. It's a dream I have. And, your dreams change as you get older.
Yeah.
My wife would like to travel Europe. I want to be the world pickleball champion.
Suck it, Edna. I'm the champion now. Fuck you, Bertha.
And I imagine at some point, one of these Tubies or Stars Network or ESPN 8 will pick up pickleball.
The Ocho.
And I could either do color commentary. It's like a wiffle ball. You know the wiffle ball you used to play? Yeah, and then you got a racket that's like a tennis racket or a ping, and you're playing like on a tennis court. But the idea is you don't move a lot because there's like fault lines. I've been studying the rules, but I got it. I'm gonna have I'm a southpaw. I'm a lefty. I'm gonna have this killer serve and this killer backhand with a spin on it, and I'm going to leave dust.
Where in the fuck did you hear about pickle? I've never heard of this in my life. Where did you hear about this?
You need to Google pickleball.
Never in my life have I heard about this. And this goes back to your youth in the 1950s, doesn't it?
No, this is brand new. This is hot. Okay. This is like, I don't know what would like rollerblade hockey, it's like this fad coming in, but it's like the baby boomers are aging, and it's a sport that you can partake in if you don't like golf, much like myself. If you don't want to go to the bingo with the old lady, chocolate bar bingo or whatever, and this is something you can play. And Shorts Eye would be my number one fan.
He says the Pan Atlantic Pickleball. And you can
Yes.
sign up for that.
I'm sure.
Will this be a new Olympic event?
Listen, it might be. When you're done the show, Google pickleball, and you're going to be surprised the popularity of it.
I'm going to Google pickleball right now.
And you can get like basic rackets or more expensive ones, and I am a former racquetball player back in the day. I'm far too aged for that now. As I'm getting aged out of hockey, I can still coach, but my playing days are long done. But I still got a few good years of pickleball.
So apparently this.
Okay, hang on. Let's.
This is a photo of pickleball.
Hang on. I gotta move you over here. There we go. And solo. That is pickleball.
This is some elderly people.
I would want to play singles pickleball, but you see the portion where they're standing.
Yeah.
In tennis, you can move right till the net, right?
Right.
But in tennis, you can move right to the net. But in pickleball, you can't go on the dark area. You have to stay within your little square.
So you just stand there.
Side to side. And now, if that was me, I'd be smashing it down that bitch's throat.
So you can't move. You just stand in that one spot.
I don't know. You got to watch a YouTube thing on it.
I'm pulling up. They have the pickleball. Okay, so
I'm a
there's
few years out, but I'm just planning for I'm starting to do the exercises. I'm starting to practice, my swings. In about 3 to 4 to 5 years, I plan on entering the scene. And I'm going to put like a skull bandana around my head. I'm going to wear one of those, those half beach shirts.
Uh-huh.
They cut off at the waist, and I'll deal with the beer belly in a minute. That's the problem I'm having with Amanda right now. But and I'll have like spandex with more skulls down my leg, and there will be fear when I walk out onto that court.
I like Short Size says it's undead tennis. Yes, that's exactly what it is. It's zombie tennis. So I'm looking at this as I'm seeing this. There's an ad for pickleball. Shop pickleball. So the pickleball tutor spin training for $1,049. It's a box of wiffle balls. You can see that right there. It's a box of wiffle balls.
Let me get you back up on the screen here. Well, you gotta hold it up. Hang on.
Up there it is. Hold on.
Yeah, and I'm sure you can get one of those machines that spit it out to you.
That's this. This is $1,000. You can't.
Could we raise a Kickstarter for me to get one of those machines? Because I'm at least 3 to 5 years out from playing, so I should start training now. I need to take up Tai Chi because any of the other martial arts are far too tough for me right now.
Let's see if you can see that.
It's beautiful.
So that area right there in the center where the net is, you can't go past. You can't get a shot of it.
So you gotta have a good you gotta have a good shot to get it over that net.
And it's a wiffle ball.
And Cave Crew Radio could sponsor me. And since we're already working with Pepsi on that other deal. Anyway, enough about that. We got other things we got to get.
So this is the racket and the ball.
I'm getting sick of going back and forth here.
This is the racket and the ball.
Ball racket, yes.
It's literally a plastic ball and fucking ping pong paddles.
No, but you don't understand. Yeah, I was Googling the rackets the other day. You can spend a lot of money because you can get like a I don't know what the material would be, like graphite or something. Like there's better rackets. It's just like when you throw dart. Yeah, look at this dude.
This is an in-action pickleball shot.
I'll beat the shit out of him.
This is like, do they have pickleball cards? Because this would be one of them.
I will be on a pickleball court. I'm telling you, you mock me. You make light of my situation. But in a few years, I have found my path. Amanda thinks it'll leave. I'm ready.
It's a plastic fucking wiffle ball. How's it going to leave a bruise?
I've been training my whole life for this, ladies and gentlemen. I was a hockey player for a long time. I found moderate success. I told you I played racquetball. I found moderate success. I was a coach in hockey. I found moderate success. This is my dun 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 dun. And you can mock me all you want.
Are you saying this is your destiny?
This is my destiny.
You were born to play pickleball.
This is a sport I knew nothing of in my homeland, and I straggled upon it like a peasant in the desert, and I'm ready to embrace the world of look. If they can put darts on TSN, pickleball can take off.
So this is the new shuffleboard. On Carnival Cruise Lines, you're going to see pickleball courts instead of shuffleboard courts. Is that what you're saying?
Similar to golf, you're going to have your recreational people, and I'll go through them in a month in my local hometown. It'll pop up in pickleball blogs everywhere. Who is this guy? 150-0. Heading down to the States, it'd be like Karate Kid, the champion Gus. He's been undefeated in 4 seasons, and here comes DK onto the scene.
So you're going to be the Babe Ruth of pickleball.
I'm going to be the Babe Ruth of pickleball. I'm not even going to use an expensive racket. I'm going to shut you down right there. I'm going to be like McEnroe. I'm going to use like the cheap wooden pickleball racket, and I'll still beat them.
You're hitting a fucking wiffle ball. Why would you need an expensive racket? Get yourself a fucking wiffle ball bat and be done with it.
Videos. It's in its young ages, and this one, folks, isn't going to be like one of my wild as seen on TV scams. This is going to happen.
So do you have a local pickleball court?
Yes, they're everywhere. You've got them. Google it.
We do not.
Right beside your chess matches down at Central Park. I bet you there's some people fucking Harlem versus Bronx going on.
None whatsoever.
You got chess here, you got flag football there, and you've got pickleball. I guarantee it's in New York.
There is nobody playing pickleball in New York.
Yeah. I will leave this till next week. Amanda says, as a mother would, it would pinch on bare skin.
It's a wiffle ball.
I would aim for the face. You got to fight through the pain, Amanda. It's part of the game. You don't think like you probably be, I'm one of those guys. I'll play through a fractured hip. I don't care.
Have you ever played wiffle ball? You can have your friend throw it as hard as they can at you, and it's like getting hit with a fucking feather. It's a wiffle ball. Once you throw it, the air takes it, and it does this for a half an hour, and then boop, then it hits you.
Don't worry,
you could rip into a wiffle ball and think you hit it a mile, and it goes 10 feet.
You'll see, ladies and gentlemen. You can mock me and throw stones at me and make lots of my clothing, but I will stand in the end, and you'll say, DK told me so, and you'll want autograph wiffle balls, and I'll probably have like a wiffle ball cereal, like my version of the Wheaties.
It's Piccolos.
I don't care, because if that fucking transvestite Jenner could do it, I can be on Wheaties too.
Well, at least when he was a man, he won a fucking decathlon.
Yeah, but
you're playing wiffle ball with fucking ping pong
wiffle
paddles.
ball. Listen, it just like they made the new Space Jam. I'm gonna have my own cartoon fighting Bugs Bunny and Woody Woodpecker and wiffle ball. Look, I got you drinking from the bottle. It's working. Okay, we got a lot to get to, which it means it's probably good Choo Choo Stu is not here because we're not going to get to anything. And we'll just postpone it until next week.
I will be right back.
I wish you could get one of those tasers that would go across the border. Big B's gone, ladies and gentlemen. Let's.
I'm right here. I just have to go to my fridge that's literally right next to me and get another beer. And yes, if I had a taser that could reach across the pond, I would. I would tase him immediately.
Still nothing from Choo Choo Stu. He's snoring logs. I guarantee he'll wake up for a piece of lettuce at whatever time it is. So he should wake up at some point in the snow because he always wakes up to sneak and get a snack.
I guarantee you it will be, we go off about 9:30 our time. I guarantee you about 10:15-ish our time, we'll get a text message saying, oh, sorry, fell asleep, whatever it may be.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I was so exhausted. I was at the allotment.
I'll listen to it in the morning.
Catch it on replay.
That's right.
All right, so we got to keep moving here. We got a lot of things to do. We do have this to announce.
Gum soft
Oh,
mix
not that.
Flex
Sorry.
Mint. Make
Hang
care
on.
of your oral.
I know it went in the wrong spot. Okay, when you're doing a live show, sometimes things don't go on. And because I'm talking about Choo Choo Stu being a vegetarian, it's a video of some guy grinding celery.
Infobells!
Here we go.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to dear one. Happy birthday to you.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is one of our favorite people in the world's birthday tomorrow. Hopefully, she's having a beer with us here tonight, and I missed this comment. She says, "You're talking like you're ready for war." Yeah, that's serious business. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's Amanda's birthday tomorrow. I don't know her age, and I wouldn't ask her to divulge it. You never do that to a woman, but I guarantee you, she is centuries away from playing pickleball. Happy birthday, Amanda. I hope you're having a good time tonight, and maybe Jason will bring you a piece of Blue Mountain pottery tomorrow.
There you go. See, now I'm the exact opposite of you. I will directly ask how old Amanda is going to be. And that will tell me what kind of woman she is, whether she's an honest, upfront, direct woman, or somebody that likes to keep secrets.
I'm going to put her late 20s. I legitimately think she is much behind us. 35.
There you go. She's an upfront, honest.
Proud of it.
I will tell you exactly how I feel, woman. She's 35 years old. Good for her. Makes me feel real old.
Doesn't look a day over 34 and 9 months.
Yeah, there you go.
Congratulations, Amanda. Happy birthday. I also have to talk about Amanda before we move on to our next
Okay, then.
So Amanda is lately been posting that she is taking a lot of, she's buying a lot of clothes for summer. She herself is exercising, working out, but she is also kind of like that thing you drink, that green stuff. She's got some stuff. Yeah, like that. She's got some stuff. One she takes at lunch, and one she eats after dinner, and she's claiming it's for bloating, and I don't think it's for bloating. So I continually ask her because she is our trusted Scentsy salesman and sales lady, and she always, steers us in the right direction. So I have legitimately, because I'm working out and I can't get rid of the stomach area, which I attribute to actual bloating, not extra fat or anything. I feel that I have bloating. And she, number one, tells me to work out, which I am. Number two, tells me to quit beer, which is never going to happen.
Right.
I want to live a happy life, and it's part of the power to my swing in the pickleball serve. But I'm legitimately trying to get help, and she won't help me. Like, I'm wondering if I drink Alka-Seltzer every night, if it'll, cure some of the bloating.
See, what you need to do is get she's got digestive enzymes and a trebiotic.
Yes.
Now, I've heard of a probiotic. I've never heard of a trebiotic. Short Side is questioning your bloating, thinking that maybe it's your time of the month.
Just to float, right? He tells me just to fart.
Well, I was going to say,
Alka-Seltzer, it would you ever have Alka-Seltzer?
Yeah, if you got heartburn, that's not going to do anything else.
It's also, I think, good for bloating because all the bubbles, it makes you burp and fart.
Here's what you need to do. Eat an entire box of fucking X-Lax, shit yourself silly for a week, and you get rid of the bloating.
Beer's got nothing. You guys are miscalculating bloating. You are calculating bloating as a solid. I'm calculating bloating as like some air in there that needs to fucking jack off.
But then you would see a reduction every time you did fart. It's not a gas. It's stuff stuck in your intestines.
I'm not doubting that's what you're trying, but what I'm asking is this something I should order from you?
Oh, is she selling these things now?
I don't know. She won't take me seriously. I know I joke a lot, but like I legitimately, I'm on the rowing machine, I'm on the bike, I'm on the weights.
I think
I like cheese.
I think it's just your time of the month. You take a little Midol, it'll pass. You retain a little water, and it'll pass. Don't worry about it.
There's got to be an easy way out. Got to be.
I don't worry about such things. Indigestion and not being able to break down your food. There you go. It's stuff stuck in your intestines. Not being able to break down your food is exactly that. Stuff stuck in your intestines. Take a juice cleanse. They make these juice cleanse things where it's this giant bottle of liquid, and you take it for, I don't know, like a 3 days straight, whatever it is. You don't eat. You just take this juice cleanse 3 times a day. And that's supposed to fill you up, but you also shit your fucking brains out. And that's supposed to reduce all the bloating that you have.
Right. I'm just asking if it's as simple as drinking a bottle of squash. Maybe I can do it.
But you have to do it. You have to do it for 3 days. You have to not eat and drink this juice cleanse thing for 3 days. Well, and Short Size says, yeah, he finds an extreme expulsion fixes the bloating. Generally, a hot curry works. If you eat some nice Indian food,
like I'm just looking for a little relief in the midsection.
But that's exactly what we're talking about. You got to go fucking take a dump for an hour and a half. You sit there, you eat some Indian food on top of some Taco Bell, and take a shot of fucking Frank's Red Hot, and you'll be good. You'll sit in the bathroom for a day and a half, and you'll be good. Amanda says, Trebiotic helps renew your gut. Digestive enzymes help break down the food.
All right. I will maybe attempt them. Maybe I'll attempt them if Amanda sets me in the right direction. Anyway, neither here nor there. I feel like I'm a dog chasing its tail when I bring this up to her. She laughs at me and mocks me. And anyway, another celebration. So we had and this may be the reason Choo Choo Stu is not with us today. It's a very dark day in the old country in England.
It's true.
But we have a celebration of sorts. I don't know what Amanda's talking about now. Never mind, I'll figure it out myself. I'll stick a fucking pin in my stomach. Anyway, we're on to another subject. So earlier before Christmas, sorry, I'm getting a text here.
Is it
Tell us
Stu?
what we did before Christmas.
Is it Stu?
No, it's
all right. Never mind. So before Christmas, we do this every year. We take a poll. We do the CCR Death Watch. So what we'll do is we'll take a poll and we'll give about 3 people that we think may die in the coming new year. This year, we also did it with Amanda and Jason Scott. So let's recap the people that we chose for the 2021 Death Watch. Choo Choo Stu said Willie Nelson, Jerry Lee Lewis, and Nicole Kidman. Amanda said Bob Barker. I said Clint Eastwood, Ozzy Osbourne, and Tom Hanks. DK was just throwing names out there. He went beyond the 3 to say Demi Moore, Pat Sajak, Rod Stewart, Kelly Ripa, and Kathy Bates. And then our pal Jason Scott chimed in. He said the Queen. He said the Epstein chick, which I still get Gelasina, whatever the fuck her name is. And today's today's name in the news, Prince Philip. And he officially is the first person. We've been doing this for a few years. We've never gotten anything right.
We never. No one dies. Not that I want anyone to die, but they never die.
And I think we've chosen Betty White. At least one of us has chosen Betty White 3 years ago.
She's got to be there somewhere. She's like the Powerball lottery, I think.
Right. But she never dies. So Jason, amongst his other picks, he chose Prince Philip, and he is the very first winner of the CCR Death Watch.
So we need some kind of, what do I have here? Congratulations, Jason Scott. It has been years, probably even before you were listening to the show.
That we've been doing this, yeah.
We've been doing this. I mean, and they're Regis, and look at the people that DMX. I have no idea who that is. Nobody had him. Died today as well, but the Prince, the Duke of Edinburgh, has passed today, and that could very well. There could be a state of complete darkness. They may have turned all the power off in England.
Now I want to watch the Queen, because her husband has just died. She's obviously right around that age. Will she, as they say, some people die of heartbreak.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Will she go this year?
2 steps behind her.
Well, if she does happen to go this year, that means Jason's 2 for 2.
Will we then call him Nostradamus?
I would absolutely call him the Nostradamus of the CCR Death Watch.
Call him out against Choo Choo Who.
That's right.
Yeah.
But congratulations to Jason being the very first winner of the CCR Death Watch.
And again, our condolences to our listeners in the UK. Now, Short's Eye is in the chat, and he is over there because I did have questions. It's a week away, I guess a week tomorrow. He will get the grand royal burial, probably similar to what there he is.
The winner
of death.
The winner of the prize.
Doctor, I don't know. What do you want to give him?
I don't know.
We'll come up with something.
Right.
We got to sit on it for a while. Anyway, congratulations, Jason Scott, in your walking plague of cursing people. Anyway, I have questions, and maybe Short Side can answer since Choo Choo Nap isn't here. I'm wondering, so they're going to do this grand thing, which obviously during the pandemic will probably be downsized. You won't have people there. Now they're making fun of the T-shirt.
See, Short Side, we don't know.
I'm fully in support of the royal family. I have legitimate questions. If you guys would stay on topic for 5 minutes. So in the pandemic, I remember when Diana was set to rest, and they had the horses and the big all the guys, the beef eaters, and everybody was marching, and Elton John sang, and like it was a big buffet. I'm first of all wondering if Harry and that ditch pig Duchess is going to show up. Like, I'm sure she'll try and steal the spotlight somehow.
Oh, she'll make it somehow about her and somebody's racist.
Yeah,
because that's what grabs headlines nowadays.
She'll probably yell out and say, "Curse you! You're the one who said the dark baby could not be Prince."
Right. Yeah, it'll be something because all she wants is headlines.
So that's my first question. Is Harry, after like most recently going on Opie and making a mockery of the royal family with that ditch pig Duchess, will he show up to his grandfather's funeral now? I mean, the ditch dirt digger, she didn't even have her father at her wedding or her sister. So, I mean, I know she has no heart. But will Harry show up? A legitimate question. This has got to be all over the tabloids in the UK right now. Do you think he'll show up?
I think he will show up. She will show up for the photo op. And if there is some interview, she will say some sort of salacious headline like racism and all that. Like I said, all she's after is headlines. So she will say something. They will show up because obviously it is his grandfather. He will go and pay respects. She will be there just for the camera clicks, just for the headlines. She'll come up with something sensational so she can again grab front page news and keep herself in the spotlight.
Now, Jason is telling us, and I don't know if this is true in England, that funerals are limited to 30. So probably only relatives, not spouses, and that may be her out.
But I don't think that applies to the royal family.
Yeah.
Just saying. That applies to the common man.
Research before he puts something out there, though.
Right. Yeah, but that applies to the common man, I'm sure, and not the royal family.
But so I was wondering if she'd show up, and I was wondering if the other one, Kate Middleton, might actually just fucking wind up and slap her in the face.
Oh, how awesome would that be?
Oh, that would be beautiful. I'd buy a poster of that and I'd hang it in my living room. Freaking Kate Middleton, the future Queen of England, slapping that dirty, filthy, gold-digging, miserable pig in the face.
Even before Kate doing it, I want to see a fucking distraught, emotional queen just haul off and roundhouse her.
Yeah. Could you imagine if fucking Queen Elizabeth kicked her in the cooter?
Oh, that would be awesome.
Oh, jeez. Now this is getting good. What would you like to see happen to Kate Middleton at the funeral? Like maybe she's walking behind. All right, suck it up, everybody. Let's all walk behind the cart. And then, William or somebody secretly cuts the shit bag underneath the horse and slips in manure.
That would be great. Short Size says it makes a change in seeing the news. It's no longer about the Rona or Northern Ireland.
True.
It's
There's a
about,
lot of
Prince
shit
Philip.
going on in Northern Ireland.
I want to know what's up with. Are they still? Are you still dealing with the IRA? What is going on with Northern Ireland?
They haven't really released what's happening over there.
I mean, Short Size has seen it on the news.
The other weirdo that hasn't been back in a while. He's Short Size in England. The other guys, remember the other dude?
Oh, Lee Law.
Huh?
Lee Law.
Lee Law. Yeah, we haven't seen Lee in a while. He might be in the thick of things right now.
I don't know, but apparently things are going on with. I thought the IRA was like, at least underground. I didn't think there was a thing going on with them anymore.
So Jason,
maybe I'm wrong.
Wants to see a pillow fight. He also said he watched a documentary today and said he didn't want a funeral. Well, he's getting one.
Of course he is. So Short Sigh, if you can make it brief on chat, what's the mood like over in the UK today?
Yeah, what is the mood? I mean, our own co-host is in mourning. He's in darkness. He's look at Jason agrees with me. Stu is in misery. We're trying to call him. We're trying to check on him and make sure. I still think it's because he doesn't eat a decent meal. He texts me sometimes at 2 p.m, which is what, 8 p.m. British time?
Somewhere around a 6-hour difference.
I'm going to bed. And then he tells us he runs. Did you see the thing he puts up there? I should have taken a screenshot of that.
I did.
Stretch for 5 minutes, run for a minute, walk for 5 minutes, cool down for 5 minutes. And he's trying to tell us he's training for the fucking 20-mile marathon.
Right, let's get the exact numbers here. I got to pull it up. Hold on.
Okay, yeah. If you can find it, we'll put you on screen. He's getting a
Here
ceremonial funeral, not a state funeral. I don't know the fucking difference.
All right, so
better get one better than Diana. I'll tell you that. He's done a lot more.
Nobody besides the Queen is going to get anything better than Diana got. All right, so
let's bring him up here.
We have. Ooh, what the hell is going on here? Can you hear me still?
I couldn't give a shit. Where Stu is a royalist.
That's right.
Stu is very loyal to the royal family. Okay, so back to Stu's exercise.
So
what do you got?
Stu's exercise, and I'll show it in this 1 second. I have to read it first. So his warm-up is a 5-minute walk. Then he runs for 8 minutes. He walks for 5 minutes, runs again for 8 minutes, and has a 5-minute cool down walk.
Okay, so I respect that, but I don't think and that's in week 5.
It's hard to see.
So what was the first 5 weeks?
Yeah, too much light going on here.
Yeah, but I catch it. You got week 5, stage 2.
Yeah.
So what was he doing in the first? Like, was he touching his toes?
That I don't know. I'm not sure I have this here. Okay. There's something else I have to ask after we're done with this.
Okay. 40 gun salute. That's quite a send off. Okay. So we'll leave it at that. But congratulations to Jason Scott on the loss of a life. You pretty much are the Cave Crew Radio Nuremberg. You take joy in the pain of others.
Look at that.
Yeah, we'll get you a medal. That's what we'll get you. I take my victories by treading over the dead bodies of my enemies.
In pickleball.
Jason is claiming it's bittersweet. Perhaps he has some ties to the royal family.
He said he was excited to win, but sad to hear the news.
Yeah.
So,
it's like my pickleball, Jason Scott. Victory comes at a cost. And if you're always worried about those that you defeat en route to your victory, Jason Scott would like Big B to sing "God Save the Queen."
God save the Queen. That was the Canadian national anthem.
It's not the Canadian national
anthem. I know that, but I don't know how God Save the Queen goes.
I don't know. It's something like God, trust, and liberty. Boy, Bless her in Carly Sheen. God save the Queen. Victor, victorious, long live and glorious. Da 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 da. God save it. We legitimately, when I was in grade school, had pictures of the Queen up on the wall.
There you go. Well, you are I would call it a subdivision of the UK.
Yeah, we're kind of like a cul-de-sac.
That's
of
right.
the United Kingdom.
That's right.
All right.
If we are done with this topic, I have a question.
Yeah, we can move on. There's, I think I've covered everything I kind of had. I had Kentucky, bloating, pickleball, and Prince Philip. Yeah, I think I'm.
So, so as I was getting back to our conversations that we have, for those of you, Jason and Amanda, Shortside, and everybody else, we have conversations throughout the week that we talk and we see what's going on. That's why we know what Choo Choo Stu is doing. There was also a message that DK sent us before the Choo Choo Stu walk. He was already had an epicenter. He had an epicenter of blasphemy. And I wanted to ask you about this. There was an episode apparently in your household where a member of your family peeled the skin off. I
completely forgot about that.
Yes, so a member of your family peeled the skin off of some KFC chicken and threw it in the garbage.
I was prepared to pack my bags, disown my family, and move along. So I'm home at the end of a long day. The reward of a hard day's labor was a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken, some sides, and gravy and fries. I was talking to my wife about something completely irrelevant, and I looked out of the corner of my eye. Now, my son quite frequently will pull skin off chicken, and he doesn't like fat. And we're totally cool. I get it for most parts. I see him out of the corner of my eye peeling the chicken. I can't react quick enough. I am frozen. I am in a state of you know how they say when you're possessed by a ghost and you're frozen, you can't move.
You're frozen in panic.
And everything is happening so slowly as he meticulously takes the skin off the chicken.
Right.
And tosses it in the garbage. The worst part of this is you don't have to eat it. And normally I sneak the shit when no one's looking. You could have put it on a fucking paper plate.
Threw it back in the bucket. You could have thrown it back in the bucket and DK would have eaten it at midnight.
I would have sensed it.
But it wasn't only the chicken. It wasn't only the chicken. Then,
yes, it gets better.
It gets better.
The wife's trying to calm me down. I'm devastated, ladies and gentlemen. This is a major deal for me. I'm speechless like I am now. I calm myself down. It's family. We cleared the air. Don't ever do that again. Don't do it.
Right.
Don't eat chicken. Just eat the fries.
Rule number 1 in the DK household: do not throw chicken skin away.
Oh my God, I'd eat bags of it if I could, and which is probably contributing to my bloating. But anyway. So I says to him, I'm calm now, and he's making his plate. And I says, you forgot the gravy. I'm not feeling the gravy tonight. Okay, so let's be totally clear about Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's no better than any other chicken.
Right.
The French fries really aren't that good. Neither are the sides. There's 2 reasons you get Kentucky Fried Chicken. That's the skin and the gravy.
The gravy, that's right.
Jason Scott thinks I should have grabbed out. I was too much in shock, Jason Scott. I've never seen anyone do that in my life. You don't understand how many times I've gotten in shit because someone's gone in to get a piece of chicken and it's bald because I've been picking away at it.
So this is
says the skin is everyone know the chicken is not even that good. It's not juicy. It's not. There's nothing that separates it from a regular roasted chicken at Boston Market or something. It's the skin and the fucking gravy.
So this is so let's put this in perspective. So if your son came home, and I guess he's what, 15, 16 years old?
He's 16, yeah.
16. He came home and he says, Dad, I threw away the skin. I don't want gravy. And I got my girlfriend pregnant. Out of those 3, the worst thing he could have said was, I don't want the skin.
Yes.
I threw away the skin.
Yes. Because in hopes of all the damage that you have done to the continuum, perhaps the grandchild will learn that Kentucky Fried Chicken skin is as good as a fair virgin spread in olive oil. I was devastated. I forgot. I completely forgot about that. There were so many other things we were talking about, but yeah, no, that legitimately happened, and it was a long, like 10-hour workday, and yeah, what a kerfuffle! I'll tell you.
I that was a complete shock as we're texting, and all of a sudden this pops up that there's no, the skin is in the garbage. There's no gravy involved. Is your son on like some? Is he taking the Linda McCartney meatballs?
Yeah, you know what? That's what he's going to get next time. Which, look what I found too. I wanted to show this to Stu, and he's not even here. Look at this. Let's bring it up.
Mozzarella burger, 2 vegetarian mozzarella quarter
Linda McCartney, though.
Linda McCartney's burgers.
2 vegetarian mozzarella, vegetarian burgers. Something Stu could have. Obviously, he'd still, be malnourished and sleep all day. But looks good. Stu would tell us it tastes just as good. The other thing I don't get is when he tells us about these high protein sausages, these high protein chicken sausages.
I've tried these type of burgers. I've tried the Impossible burgers, the whatever, like almost meat, whatever the fuck it is. I don't remember the names. They still don't taste like meat. Like people want to say, oh, it tastes exactly like the burger, like the Impossible, like Burger King came out with the Impossible Whopper. I don't know if you had that up in Canada.
Yes.
Here in the US.
Yeah.
Right. So we had the Impossible Whopper. Oh my God, it tastes just like the Whopper. No, it didn't. It tasted like a Whopper that was, doused in fucking spinach.
I would imagine it would taste like dirt.
It didn't taste like, it didn't taste bad. I will say that, it didn't taste horrible, but it didn't taste like a fucking Whopper. It tasted like the meat was a fucking spinach patty. It wasn't that great, but everybody made a big deal about the Impossible burger is so good. The Impossible meat is great. It's not. You're just trying to sell shit. It does not replace actual red meat.
No. I'm a carnivore. But anyway, I thought, Stu should try these out and maybe enjoy one on air next time he shows up. Oh, this is delicious. And you put lettuce on it and ketchup and I don't know. Linda McCartney. And was she really a vegetarian? I've heard him talk about it, but
I thought she was the one with one leg, but apparently I was wrong. So I assume she was a vegetarian because
she probably did have one leg, and that's why Stu is so enticed.
No, it was his other wife. I thought it was Linda. It was his other wife.
We do. So he had one that fucking made him eat fucking soybeans. And no wonder he was on the road touring until he was 70.
Yes. And one that couldn't do double Dutch. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
okay.
If there's no topic, I have a question for you.
Well, we have a play, but we can't do the play with just you and I.
Cannot do the play.
So that's been diverted. We do have Believe It or What. I guess we've played it just you and I before, but anyway, yeah, fire away. Open.
So I'm watching this show on.
Yeah, he says they're not. I think it's a British thing. They eat such bland fucking food that this shit ain't that bad. Better than potatoes with no salt and fucking liver.
I'll pass.
Better than jellied eel.
I'll pass. So I'm watching this show on Discovery Channel. Well, actually, I have the Discovery Plus app. I don't know if you have that.
Okay, so no, I don't have that one yet.
Okay, so I'm watching Discovery. So this is everything with the Discovery networks. They got, Discovery Channel, the Investigation Discovery Channel, the HGTV Cooking Channel, all these things all in one app. It's a wonderful app. Please, you should get it if you enjoy those networks. So I'm watching the show.
App, or it's something you watch on the television?
Well, it's an app for I
have
the Fire Stick
on the Fire Stick. So I can get that. Okay.
Yes.
I have yet to get Disney or any. I'm like fed up of ordering things.
Right. It's along those lines. So if you have like a Fire Stick or Apple TV, something like that, you get the Discovery Plus app and you watch all these shows. So I'm watching. I've just started watching. There's like apparently 9 seasons of Moonshiners.
Oh.
For those of you who don't know what moonshine is, it is illegal liquor distilled in the mountains of Appalachia, which encompasses North Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, in that area. So my question to you is, do you have some illegal liquor making going on in Canada? Because you are famous for your beer, at least.
Well, no, we actually in my hometown is one of the legal distillers is Hiramwalker's Seagram, very fine Canadian whiskey.
Mm.
I'm sure you've heard of it, the Crown Royal.
Crown Royal, of course, yeah.
That's all brewed here in town legally. But interesting you say that, because during the, what did you guys call it, Prohibition?
Yes, when alcohol was illegal, it was called Prohibition. Yes,
right. In the United States, it was still legal in Canada. Now you'll have to research this. I don't have any shows or books to tell you about, but we have between my hometown of Windsor and Detroit, the Detroit River.
Okay.
And it would freeze. It hasn't frozen a few years, but it freezes in the winter. And there are apparently cars on the bottom of the river, boxes of whiskey and distilled liquors. There's houses on the river in my hometown that have tunnels that would go down to the river, and they'd run it across by boat or by car.
Mm-hmm.
There was a famous bar here that was called Rum Runners. So yeah, we have a big history. That while you were in Prohibition, we were your local cartel.
Aha! So you were the Mexican cartel of the alcohol world back in Prohibition era.
Yes, and if you research that, you'll find. Yes, in Newfoundland they do make Screech Jason Scott, my neighbor, I've talked about him on the show before, is a Newfie. I kissed the cod and did a shot of Screech. That's strong shit, by the way.
Now, what is that like the Canadian version of moonshine? What is Screech?
What is that thing? Hang on a minute. And then, wait a minute.
Okay, so I guess he may be going to get a bottle of Screech. I don't know what that is, but the moonshine. So I'm watching this show and I'm learning a whole bunch of it. And basically, nothing's illegal.
Screech is like Jamaican Caribbean rum.
Okay.
It's like a moonshine of rum.
Gotcha. Okay.
And again, something you could Google and learn about is you get screeched in, they call it. And obviously, not having being in Newfoundland, but being a good friend to my neighbor, I was screeched in. And there's a poem. Maybe Jason Scott can find the link, but there's a poem you say. Maybe let me see if I can find it here. We've got time to kill. Newfoundland.
So Screech is basically the Canadian version of moonshine. If I'm getting that correctly.
Yes, and it's an island. Okay, so I became an honorary Newfoundlander.
Okay.
So what you do is you have to drink the Screech. You also have to kiss a codfish. And then you become the honorary. I'm just pulling this up for you. So a Screech is a rum sold in Newfoundland, 40% alcohol by volume. The term Screech is colloquial term that is used to describe almost any cheap, high alcohol spirit, including moonshine. I was right. It's available in liquor stores, both in and outside of Newfoundland, and is bottled by the Newfoundland and Labrador Liquor Corporation after being imported from Jamaica. So if you've ever had that Jamaican rum, I told you the time I got off the plane, and I don't fly well. And I got off the plane in Jamaica, and we got to the resort, and they took our bags away. And I'm like, Jamaica's known for its rum. I'll have a double shot of rum. I had heartburn for the first 4 days of my fucking vacation. That rum is like fucking crazy.
Right. Yeah. Especially Jamaican white rum is wow.
Yes, it's killer. But I'm balling. So I became an honorary Newfie. I kissed the cod. I don't know if it was actually a cod, but there was a fish. I had to kiss it and drink the Screech. And there was a poem. I can't find the poem, but there was a poem I had to say, and it made me an honorary Newfoundlander. And then I'm not sure what this is, but I'm bringing myself in full here. I was given this. Where's the camera?
So you have a Newfoundland
kind of a bird.
Looks like a penguin.
I don't think it's a penguin though, but it's got Newfoundland.
Yep.
And so once I became screeched in and became an honorary Newfoundlander, I was given, I don't know what this bird is called. I'll have to find out for you, but I still have it. I am an honorary Newfie. And anyway, see, it's you bring up a topic, you never know where it's going to go.
That is true. And for a short side, the person's Screech is dead. But
he's talking about the Saved by the Bell. Yeah. Nobody had him in the poll either.
Nobody had him in the poll either.
Jason knows people in the mountains that make alcohol out of anything,
and that's what the show Moonshiners that I'm watching is based on that.
He's right. It's a puffin.
A puffin.
you're 100% right. This is a puffin.
It's great.
And I
You have a
don't know how
stuffed
I
puffin.
knew that, but it is a puffin. You're correct. I couldn't remember the word. There's too much happening tonight.
You have a stuffed puppet.
I have a stuffed puffin. I kissed a fish. I drank the screech, and I said some poem. I'll have to find it for you. And I'm an honorary Newfoundlander. Yeah, this guy in the back, he's got a Newfoundland flag flying in the back of his yard by his fire pit. And when we go over there, they're always playing. And the Newfie music is very similar to like the Irish, you stomp and clap, and they're very happy people.
Wait, so what we know about Newfoundland here in the U.S. is those are the rednecks of Canada.
Yes,
they're the
very
inbred, the inbred rednecks of Canada.
I don't know they're inbred, but and you probably don't remember because you wouldn't be exposed to this, but in Hockey Night in Canada, they used to say, good evening, everybody, coast to coast, Ontario, Quebec, and the provinces, and Newfoundland, which Newfoundland was like its own country.
Gotcha.
They were like the last ones to join. They fish and they do logging, and it's a very poor province right now. They have oil, but nothing's really happening. So they all moved here. And it's a beautiful province. And the wife and I were actually going to go visit one time with them because they still have family back there. It's beautiful. You see icebergs go by, and you see polar bears and seals, and it's a really cool place to visit. But there's no work. There's absolutely no work. And we got Choo Choo Stu in the Facebook Messenger.
Oh, Amanda says Choo Choo Stu just messaged he's awake. So
look at this. He's doing it. He slept.
So where is he? Did he fall asleep? Is he awake now?
Yeah. Well,
again, like we said, the final 15 minutes of the show.
The GIF in Facebook.
I'm not on Facebook right now.
Yeah, is he joining us, Amanda? That's, what if he better not, because we're gonna fucking lay into him like. Anyway, so back to what you were originally saying. I didn't mean to go way off about the.
There we go. Yeah, I see the GIF now.
Yeah, he fell asleep. I told him last night, make sure you take a nap. You've been going to bed at noon every day.
Right.
Because you're malnourished. And oh yeah, I'll be fine. He won this fucking thing on eBay that digs the dirt at the allotment.
Okay.
And I think he better hurry, man. I'm like, I got a Giro waiting for me.
I like how Amanda's cracking the whip.
Yeah.
I think she should be the producer of the show. She's cracking the whip on everybody.
Listen, I do have something else that's not going to take away. So, Cave Crew Radio audio drama, believe it or what, it's all going to happen next week, and it's all your hate mail needs to go to Choo Choo Stu. There's a guy that started listening to the show around the same time as Lee and Short Side, and guy I used to coach hockey with, and completely surprised me. Never posted in the Cave Crew Radio group before, and this is what he posts.
Okay.
Let's bring it up on full screen. You can't see the whole thing, but apparently there's someone on eBay or Kijiji, one of these places, natural feminine feline hair made from free-range cats. It's a pussy wig.
Oh my God.
Custom fittings by appointment only.
Oh my, custom fittings.
Listen to this one. And you'd have to tell me, I'm assuming it's the one in the bottom left. Buy 3 and receive a limited edition calico shag wig. Jason says it's available on the Cave Crew website.
Yes. Short side
sells. If it sells, we'll. There's probably only one lady in the audience, but if there's more than one, because I see there's a lot of people in chat. feel free to chime in. Is this something you'd be interested in? Go and get a Brazilian wax. And then reach into your jewelry box or wherever you would keep this and go, today I want the airport stripe. Today I want the one in the far right, which means I'm losing hair. I'm going bald down there.
I want the
You want
70s
dark
look today.
Hungarian patch on the left side, or as the author calls it, the calico shag.
Well, the calico would be a combination of different colors, right? Because I have a calico cat, and it's got flecks of orange and black and gray and all of this stuff mixed in together to make it like they call it like a tortoise shell type cat. So it's all different colors. So the calico would be a mix and match of different colors. Amanda, who, not to offend, but is the person we would have to speak to.
Yeah.
She's saying hell no. Now I don't get it. Why would you do this? Why wouldn't you just
like Kitty
let it
Merkin?
grow?
It's kind of a brand name.
The Kitty Merkins.
She's telling me this is so disturbing. Well, sometimes we got to cross the line here. We're talking about moonshining, which was illegal at one point in the United States. Look, we live in a world of it's okay. One day you want to identify as a blonde. One day you want to be a ginger. This is obviously the answer. And this guy, took a little razor and shaved his cat and got some glue guns. And
so doesn't this go along with, how we were making fun of Amanda, that she got gray highlights to cover the gray in her hair?
Right.
That didn't make sense.
Right.
So isn't this the same? Like if a woman
It's along the
shaves
same lines. It's like
and gets this
the permanent eyebrows.
Right. They're right. They tattoo the permanent eyebrows. So if a woman shaves and then gets these things, isn't that the same? Why don't you just let it grow to this shape and, trim it and do whatever?
How are they attached and how do they stand up to friction?
How are they attached is a wonderful question.
And like, is it a fish line that you tie onto your thong by your bitch stamp, or is it like a little bit of two-sided? Can you get a permanent attachment so when you rip it off, you can just attach the other one?
Do you use Gorilla Glue?
Gorilla Glue, but how would you remove it and switch?
Well, that's the question. How we don't know how it's attached. So do you use Gorilla Glue and then just wait for it to fall off on its own? Shortside loves that these things need to be discussed. It's the way of the world these days.
Yes, you can't. I get sick of talking about Rona. I get sick of talking about politics. Like tonight we've had some good, hearty conversations.
Right, absolutely.
We covered bloating. We covered celebrity deaths. We covered history with moonshining and geography, and there's obviously a market for it.
But now I'm reading the
Amanda said she would use dental floss.
I have a question for Amanda because the comment prior to that she said friction would probably end up having hair everywhere. What kind of friction are you talking about?
Well, I'm talking about sex.
Not you, but her. I'm talking about her. What kind of friction is she talking about?
Well, she's probably talking about the same thing.
But, is there constant friction? Depending on what positions you use, there's not going to be constant friction on that area because you do it the other way. You do it in all different ways. There's not constant friction. It's not like, it's, like it's in between your thighs and you're like, got a little extra thigh thing going on there. So it's rubbing. Is it friction against your underwear?
I don't mean to sidetrack, but we'll get back to this in 2 seconds. My favorite part of this is that Choo Choo Stu cannot get himself on the show, yet he wants to constantly talk and chat right now.
Is he in chat?
Well, I just keep flashing. Choo Choo Stu has sent you another message. Like, fuck off.
Has he? I haven't seen it. Hold on.
We're doing a show, for fuck's sake.
Oh, he's just talking to you, I guess. He's not talking to me.
Well, okay. Well, I don't want your excuses. I'm talking about prefabricated pussy hair.
But why use this? Why not just grow it on your own? Or is this like, does this, do you know what locks of love is?
No.
Okay, so locks of love is when anybody with long hair, like myself or women or whatever, anybody with long hair gets their hair cut and donates it to Locks of Love, and that's for cancer patients.
Cancer, yes, I do.
Right, that's for cancer
I just
patients,
didn't know what this
so they can make wigs, and
Right.
it's a wonderful, wonderful cause.
Right.
Is this the same type of thing? So you go to like a professional groomer and get your pussy hair shaved and donate it to this.
So you grow your pussy hair like a Mongol, and you go to this particular shop, and you donate to what? People that have, what is that when you go bald, the phallalicia or whatever, when you got no hair on your whole body?
I have no idea.
There's something, I can't think of it. I'm too confused. It's been a long week. Anyway, so you're saying for people that can't have this luxury,
right? When you can't have this luxury,
or it just doesn't grow right,
you get it donated by others,
and you have the perfect bottom fur. You look like you're starring in a 70s porn.
Right. Do you go there? Do you look through a catalog? When you like when you go to a barber and
you're going for a haircut.
Right, when you go to a barber and there's pictures on the wall, I want that one. I want to look like that. Are there like pussy hair haircuts on the wall where you go in? I want the triangle.
Right.
No, I want the landing strip.
Give me a mullet.
Right. Give me that one. I want a little short on top, long in the back.
Right. I want the Beyonce look.
Yes. Is that how this works?
I have no idea, and I apologize to Amanda and any other females that are watching, but
we have
look, if they had a popsicle stick that supported your penis, we'd talk about that too. So like it is what it is. It's just thank you, Chris. I think my original point was not to bring this into a whole segment, but was to commend somebody who had never posted before, saw this. There's not a chance in fucking hell he could post this on his own timeline because his friends and his wife would disown him. I need to share this. I need to share this with the world, and there's only one place. There's only one place that is open and accepting enough for me to post this meme, and that is Cave Crew Radio. And if that doesn't make you feel good in a really sick way,
I was just going to say, what does this say about us?
But you know what? It's like we have our own little niche when there's nowhere else to go, when you want to hide in a burrow away from Zuckerberg so you don't get a 5-day holiday from posting on Facebook, you come to the cave.
That's right.
We accept everybody.
That's right. Only here.
Things you go to barber shops and collect the clippings.
I was just say, only here can you talk about pussy wigs.
Yeah, right. And you could get you could collect the hair clippings from the barber shops and perhaps use cookie cutters, to form it and pack it in with whatever glue or adhesive you're using.
Is there a paste that you make, like Elmer's glue or something like that? I'm curious.
I don't think Amanda will be celebrating her birthday with Jason after that comment. Just like a sperm donor, Amanda. It's a QB donor.
Can I give Amanda a wonderful, wonderful props because I don't know her from a hole in the wall aside from our interactions on social
And
media.
see, I
and
feel
the
like
show.
she's a long lost friend. I feel that if I met her, I would give her a big hug because of her times in here with us. She knows us better than our own family know us.
I'm telling you, our interactions with her on social media and here on this show, I still picture Amanda as, I don't want to offend her. I don't want to scare her off. And then she comes out and she uses twat. And it's just wonderful that, this is the type of person Amanda is. Amanda is one of us.
Yes.
I'm
by
so
all means.
excited by this.
We've embraced her. We order smelly candles from her. She is one of our own.
I'm so excited that Amanda is one of us. And Jason is taking all the props for that. You're welcome for introducing us.
I don't even know how we found Jason in the first place, but
I'm curious about that.
Story
Jason
for another day.
appeared one day, and it was like, Jason is.
I think he liked Brad Carter, and
maybe, yeah,
the prank calls, and he watched when Brad was on, and he's like, "Well, these guys are pretty cool."
And I'm glad he stayed. We love
me
Jason
too.
Scott. But
Because we lost all our old fans somewhere along the way.
That's right.
And now we've got a new generation.
Did you get the invite to the private group of the Blue Mountain Pottery?
Oh, okay. So might as well close the show with that before we name it. Hang on. And he did. He said, Brad Carter. Brad Carter was good advertising for us because I don't know if you remember, but the one time he was on the show, he broke the server. Like people, we can't get on. We had like 2,000 people listening.
Right.
And I was like really stuttering because not to take any away from any of you out there. You all mean the world to me, and we try to bring our A show, whether there's no one listening or there's 2,000. But it was kind of freaking me out. It's like WrestleMania for Cave Crew Radio. Where were we going? Well, I was going to tell you something.
You were going to tell us something, but I don't have no idea what you were.
I said I want to close the show with that. No, I can't
remember.
Something to do with Brad Carter.
No. You wanted to close the show with. I asked you if you were invited to the private group of Blue Mountain Pottery.
Yeah. That's what you're. See, I'm getting too much going on for a show, and a co-host dumps you. Basically, ladies and gentlemen, we're like a band tonight, and the drummer doesn't show up. And somehow we're pulling off an acoustic set, and I think we're doing a damn good job. Anyway, and it has a lot to do with our audience because they're feeding us. They're getting it. Yes, you're right, Amanda. We're gonna. So, Jason, last week we talked about Blue Mountain Pottery, and like all the subjects we thought, I thought it was very interesting and very cool. Invites me to this fucking group.
Mm-hmm.
I'm cool with it. But if that dude from Halifax posts one more time, like my thumb gets sore scanning by the Blue Mountain Pottery posts. Like I've gone from, do you want to play Farmville to fucking Blue Mountain Pottery?
I too was invited to the Blue Mountain Pottery group, and I graciously accepted because I was curious about what it was.
Yeah.
And then, like you, every other post is from the Blue Mountain Pottery group. Here, look at my cat. Oh, look at the gravy boat I got. I got a tray.
Yeah.
Look at this.
What about the trout?
Maybe I didn't see the trout.
Trout was really cool, but I was really hoping that Jason Scott was going to order me the ashtrays. I thought they were really neat. And you know what?
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I'm Canadian like Jason, so maybe you've never been exposed to this. I started thinking, and I started remembering that my mom used to have coffee tables and shit. They'd put things in there.
The tchotchkes?
I think my mom had a Blue Mountain Pottery seal, ooh, ooh, ooh. And I'm wondering where the fuck that thing went now because it's a collectible. I'm thinking we had Blue Mountain Pottery when I lived at home.
I think I have to get a piece, at least one piece of Blue Mountain pottery so I can display here during the show. I don't know if they ship to the U.S., but Jason has a deal, I guess. Trout ashtrays, as Short Size says.
No, it was there was a fish. It's all. Go back and watch last week, Short Side. It's on YouTube. It's on Facebook. It's on CaveCrewRadio.com. Yeah, watch last week's show. Jason Scott filled in for Stu. We could add somebody else on tonight if the guy would at least fucking have the decency to tell us he's not coming on. Anyway, I hope he goes back to New York or Kentucky or wherever the fuck you live. And this time when you tase him, pour a glass of water over his head first. Like really zap the shit out of him.
Wait. Jason says he's gonna ship something for you.
Okay.
Is that DK or me?
I will cherish it.
I would love something from Blue Mountain Pottery.
I will cherish it. I will have a special spot here. You can see I kept my puffin. When I became I will keep it. I will. But I also have a question before we close off and go off the air. That Jason Scott, he also posted. So the Blue Mountain Pottery is taking over our fucking. I'm ready to quit Facebook. Okay. So then the next day, Jason Scott posts, "This is my haul for the day."
Oh my God.
So just when I think I'm safe from Blue Mountain Pottery, Jason Scott pops up in my feed. So, but I wonder, you're going to run out of room. Like your place isn't that big, is it? Like you must have Blue Mountain Pottery all over the fucking house. You have no food. Do they make frying pans or plates?
He's the epicenter of Blue Mountain Pottery. And he says he'll send something to me as well.
Oh, nice.
So I would love to get something from Blue Mountain Pottery. I don't care what it is.
Pottery.
I would love
to eat it 24/7. I didn't subscribe to the cable network of Blue Mountain Pottery.
There is a lot of Blue Mountain Pottery posts.
Fuck. I know far too much about Blue Mountain Pottery than I care to. If Blue Mountain Pottery was ever a category on Jeopardy, and I was on the show,
it's all within 1 week since he was on 1 week today since he was on the show. We've been inundated with Blue Mountain Pottery stuff.
Right. Like I've complained in the past, like Google's weird, right? And Facebook is weird. You start talking about, oh, maybe we should go to New Orleans. And all of a sudden, all these New Orleans start pop. Blue Mountain Pottery is like a variant. It's like an asteroid shower.
Jason, you can message me from my address. I would love to have a piece of Blue Mountain Pottery in my possession, and I will display it each and every week on this show.
I have a challenge for the end of the show. Any of you out there listening that have Choo Choo Stu on Facebook, as you're randomly sitting on the toilet on a commercial break, waiting for your game to reload, I want everyone to continuously call Choo Choo Stu on Messenger. And if he answers, hang up.
Yes, Amanda, you should have my address.
Rank Choo Choo Stu.
Yeah, Amanda should have my address because I ordered Sensi and she sent me a nice, wonderful gift.
Oh, did you get? I didn't get a gift.
I got a wonderful gift.
Of course, I'm in Canada, so I probably won't see it till the year 2029.
Oh, she probably did send you a gift, but because of the Postal Service, I got a wonderful gift of some air fresheners. One of which is my favorite. She sent me the vanilla. I forget the name of it, but it's vanilla, and I love the smell of vanilla.
My wife is very happy as well. And those things that she bought with the liquid and the flour, they're slowly going, so we're going to need more of those.
And by the way, speaking of your wife, I still have friend requested her, and I've gotten no response.
I will remind her.
None.
Not that exciting. You want to talk about Blue Mountain Pottery? My wife used to do classes and stuff like Girl Guides or whatever. She's always posting these stupid fucking crafts.
That's right. I have questions for her. I don't care what she posts. I have questions.
All right. So it's on its way. Well, I don't need a gift, Amanda. Your friendship is a big enough gift for me, and we do wish you a very
happy birthday.
A very happy birthday tonight. Now, it is that point in the show. We need your help out there. I did jot a few things down, but it was a true potpourri of topics tonight. Big B and I managed to complete the show with your help. Do you want me to go first? Because you always trump me anyway.
Sure.
I've got Calico Shag, Kitty Merkins, the Pork Brothers. Back when we were talking about barbecuing.
Yep.
The one that couldn't do a double Dutch. Can't remember what we were talking about. And zombie tennis.
Okay.
Is what I had written down today. I have too many wires here. I gotta be able to write. Okay. What do you got? 4?
I only have 3.
Oh, that's rare.
I kissed the fish and got a stuffed puffin. I don't know if that's too long.
It is, but it still might come in handy for the
okay.
I kissed a fish.
I kissed the fish.
The fish.
And got a stuffed puffin.
Puffin, okay.
Okay. Now, if that's too long, this one is going to be too long as well, but I'll say it anyway. As good as a fair virgin spread in olive oil.
We might have to fit that. As good.
As good as a fair virgin spread in olive oil.
I might be able to fit that. I'll have to see. In olive oil. Okay.
And this one is definitely not too long from our pal Short Side. It's undead tennis.
Okay, so you're like the zombie. That one might work the best. I really like the virgin one. I kissed a fish and I got a stuffed puffin. As good as a fair virgin in olive oil. I really like that. It's undead tennis, which goes along with my zombie tennis. And I still like the one that couldn't do double Dutch was also my favorite. Yeah, smashing it down that bitch's throat ain't gonna work. That's a little bit.
That's a little bit too much to put on Apple and iTunes.
Yeah, that's good. You just post that on the Facebook group. That's fine.
That can go. That can definitely go in the show notes.
Yeah,
but it won't.
I don't even know about that.
It for sure won't go on iTunes.
Good one though. I don't even know where that came from. Did I say that about what's her name?
Of course you said that during fucking your pickleball shit.
Oh,
you had to smash it down that bitch's throat.
I didn't know if I was talking about Megan or the pickleball about.
No, it's all pickleball.
Anybody else? Yeah, I mean, I'm criticizing you, and I guess I'm the one that said it.
But Short Side, like I said, it's undead tennis. That was Short Size.
Yeah, I like that too. I think that would be a perfect lead in, and we can get the other ones in there. The Unfair Virgin. Kissing the Cod, and the one they couldn't do Double Dutch. I think that's just a gem. You know what the great thing is, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, he calls me out. He goes, "Yep, DK, that was you."
That was you.
See, when I get passionate about a subject, sometimes I say things. It's you know what it is. It's like Cave Crew Radio Tourette's. Just
we have an early entry for next week's show. It's CCR Tourette's, ladies and gentlemen.
Now listen. So the good part about this, it really relaxes me, is next week's show completely set up. We didn't. Anyway, folks, thank you very much for listening. I'm going to go eat a gyro, watch 2020 or something. I don't know. Big B will be on the Discovery Network. And I'm sure Choo Choo Stu will be messaging us private all night now.
I can't wait.
Now he's awake and can't sleep.
Right. But didn't bother to come on.
No, not at all. Didn't even come on and say hi.
Nope.
Could have joined by his phone. Like
He
Jason.
absolutely could have. In bed on his phone.
You don't have to set up in studio.
No, of course not.
Diarrhea of the mouth. There you go. Yeah, I do get that occasionally. Anyway, all right, here we go. Folks, we'll see you next week. Thanks for spending time with us. We appreciate it. It was a lot of fun tonight. Until next time, we're signing off.
Thank you very much for listening to the show. Now stay safe, take care, and wash your hands.
This is a production of the Cave Crew Radio Network at cavecrewradio.com.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
I don't frankly have time for total political correctness, and this country doesn't have time either.